never stop. This won't never stop. Gotta get it for the block. Representing for the block. Representing for my moms. Representing for my pops. I ain't never had a lot. Now I'm headed to the top. Got some more fire for the head tops. I'ma put the beat inside a headlock. I'm connected like an airdrop on my niggas.
So what's it like growing up in Alliance?
Growing up in Alliance, I had a lot of difficulties at first. My dad pretty much raised me for the most part of my life growing up. We had some difficulties, we had some challenges that I had to overcome. But through that process and through that journey, it made me who I am today. And growing up in Alliance and making it out made me realize that, you know, there's more people like me that can make it out, and there's more people that should have the opportunity and chance to make it out. So, you know, that's when Alex came to me about an organization, which I'm pretty sure we'll talk about more. But this is one of the main reasons why I want to give back, is because of what I went through throughout Alliance and seeing that people was just like me but didn't make it out because they chose a different path. What about you?
To me, just growing up in Alliance, that means a lot of stuff to me. It's the people to me are just that here they care about each other. They work hard. We work together as a team. We're all for a common goal. I think a big part of our organization for Alliance is inspiring everybody to come together and just, you know, give a helping hand here and there and anywhere they can.
So what made you want to start your nonprofit organization?
I think the first time I wouldn't say I'll say Alex, thought about a nonprofit organization was one of the times where he came out, probably earlier this year or maybe last year?
Early last summer, I think.
And he came out and I was sitting there talking, I was just messing around. I was like, man, all these people got these cool organizations and stuff. And at the time, I felt like I wasn't famous enough, felt like I wasn't popular, felt like if I tried to do something, it won't happen. And Alex comes to me and is like, dude, what do you mean? The whole city of Alliance love you. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. So then Alex was like, you know what? We're going to start an organization. And at this time, I don't even know how do we come up with more than football?
I don't even know. That was
I think you just text me one day and you're like, dude, I need you to do this for me, do that for me. And I was like, yeah, cool. He's like, you know what? You're just like, you're not just Dymonte Thomas, a football player. And then it like clicked. And I was like, oh, bro, like more than football. So Alex kind of pretty much came up with the name. But Alex is the man that I would say he's the one that really put everything out there. I'm the type of the person where I always have these good ideas and great ideas, but I never put a play into action. And it's like Alex was like harping me about it, like each and every day, like, oh, I got this done, I got that done. And then probably a few months later, next thing you know, I get a certificate and they say, yeah, you got your own organization. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. And, you know, Alex did all the work. And, you know, without Alex, I honestly still think that I want to have a nonprofit organization. And without a lot of help of other people's helping Alex, like my stepmom and friends. And, you know, I got Tanner and I got a few other people that's helping. But, you know, Alex is really the root of this organization, and I want people to recognize Alex for all the hard work he does, because a lot of times all I do is just sign autographs and just give ideas, and he's the one back in Alliance, Ohio, you know, working and really putting in hard hours, not only here but at his actual job too. And Alex doesn't make no money for this. That's another big thing. He never asked me for anything. He never asked me for my autograph, never asked me for, you know, money. So I think it's cool that Alex, just out of kindness of his heart, you know, is doing this, and I just gotta give all credit to Alex.
To start this organization, it started with an Instagram, really. Dymonte was working with the Broncos, doing a bunch of off-field stuff with their nonprofit organization. He was always out in the Denver community, you know, building playgrounds and visiting their Boys and Girls Club in general. And I just thought that was important for everyone back home to see that side of Dymonte, that he wasn't just the NFL superstar player, you know, from little old Alliance. Like, he actually cares about other stuff off the field. So then there was this kid actually that passed away from Marlington. He was a fresh graduate last year, and then about 2 weeks after graduation, he had there was a complication due to surgery, an ACL surgery, where he ended up having a blood clot to his heart, and he passed away. So Dymonte and I, we recognized the name of the boy, but we didn't really know him personally. But we thought, you know, maybe we can do something to even just help out the family a little bit and cover some costs somehow or whatever. So we just we had a T-shirt drive of. I just actually saw the original shirts, the orange ones.
Those shirts are so.
I'm so glad you changed it. I know. The logo had like a little heart with.
My mom still wears it.
Yeah.
So does my dad. I was like.
But we sold about 25 to 35 shirts, and we raised like $500 to give to this family. And when I handed her the money over, she was just like overwhelmed with joy and just she couldn't believe that we just took the time to even like think about her and her family and do that for them. So when I told Dymonte that what we did, and I said we could really put something together here, and he was like, yeah, let's put this together, let's do this, let's give some back to our community, let's build our town up, use my platform to give everybody a chance to succeed. So I think that's kind of where our organization really started at.
Where do you see your foundation 5, 10, 15 years?
If you ask me where I want to see the organization 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, my mom asked me this question the other day, and at first I didn't know. I was kind of like, Mom, like so far, like it's just so much on my plate where, I got football, and then I'm also worried about giving back to the City of Alliance. So I never really thought about the question, but one thing that popped up in my mind is the time where you were like, you should have your own Boys and Girls Club. And that's one of the things that popped up when my mom asked me the question. And I thought about maybe in 5 to 10 years that maybe we'll have our own Boys and Girls Club where Alex run. And, I show up and I do community events there all the time. But that's where we see ourselves at in 5, 10 years is hopefully get more people involved into our community, get more people hoping and helping others, especially youth, get better and giving them a chance to make it out. And, so in a few years, we'd like to start our own Boys and Girls Club. And I think that would be our biggest challenge. And I think to us, we'll finally feel like, we're finally actually like making a big impact. Like, right now we're making little impacts on people's lives here and there, but we want to make an impact in the entire community. And like Alex said, not just the people of Alliance, but kids from West Branch, Louisville, Marlington, Canton, Akron, wherever the case may be. We want kids to be able to come somewhere after school where they feel safe. And not only where they feel safe, but they're learning and they're having fun. And they're just hanging out, having a good time. And I think that's really important for us within a few years to, at least have the blueprint of what we want our Boys and Girls Club to kind of look like.
Yeah, like Dymonte said, I think the goals for the foundation are to, number one, I think we need to limit and narrow a little bit our focus exactly what our mission is. We definitely want to incorporate fitness and healthy lifestyle, building good character and building leadership, as well as education and healthy habits. I think as we narrow those down, we can put a little more focus onto exactly how our own facility, our own type of Boys and Girls Club, the Dymonte Thomas More Than Football Boys and Girls Club could look exactly. I see almost a vision of working with, I know there's a lot of successful other organizations like the YMCA does a lot with youth sports, and Alliance has their own youth sporting leagues, and Marlington has their own youth sporting leagues. So I think it'd be an interesting idea if we could all actually come together maybe and create one large league for the whole area and all the youth and see how we can all add our own little pieces to make it just something really special.
What's special about the Alliance community?
I think what's special about Alliance is, one, it's a small community, and everybody knows each other. And what's really, truly special about it is everyone cares for each other, and we all care about the youth. And I think that you coming from a small city like Alliance, I just feel like it's so much more loving and caring for each and every one of us. Because the way we look at it is it's all we got. And, and we want this city to grow because we want people to know about Alliance. We want to put Alliance on our map. We want Alliance to grow. We want Alliance to become bigger. And truthfully, like, the thing that sticks out to me the most is that makes it so special. It's where I'm from. It's who made me. It's who raised me. It's who installed these characteristics inside me. And I think if I went to a different city, I may not be the same person that's driven or as passionate about giving back or even sports, but everyone's behind me and rooting for me and wishing the best for me. And even like my buddy Johnny, he just had his first pro fight. People was rooting him on, cheering him on. And when you're from a big city, people don't hear about that. People don't know about kids, trying to be successful and encouraging them. But in a small city like Alliance, everybody knows. So whenever they see us at Sheets, like I seen Johnny like 3 times. I seen him at Sheets the other day. I seen him, I forget Weather Store and in another restaurant, and I seen him. And people like, hey man, good job Johnny on your fight. Hey Johnny, you did a good job. And it wasn't even about me. And to me, that was special because people know what I've done and what I do, but now it's someone else's turn to shine light on Alliance. And it's just time for me to just sit back and just work on my nonprofit organization and just help give back that way.
Yeah, to me, I just wanted to. What Alliance means to me, it's special because to me, I'm just proud of it. I'm from Alliance, Ohio. Like I'm proud of it. Dymonte's proud to be from Alliance, Ohio. The people here they've never blinked twice to lend out a hand to help. You know, at any time in my life when I was facing a problem or got into a little bit of trouble, there was always somebody that I didn't expect that they stepped up and did something for me or gave me advice that really just stuck with me. And I think that has inspired both Dymonte and I to be that for other people. We don't need to be asked for help, but we see something and we want to go help you. But I think that has just a lot to do with what our city has installed within us and how everything is around Alliance, Ohio. Especially because this is Alliance has a lot of different culture. It's kind of a melting pot in ways. There's you have your farming out in Marlington. You've got a little bit of more city action towards Alliance area. But it's everybody gets along for the most part, and I think that's what's pretty cool about Alliance.
Do you think Alliance has changed for the better in the past 10 years?
I think it's actually, and it's developed over the last 5 years. Definitely, Mount Union, the University of Mount Union has brought in a lot of businesses, specifically around that area in general, building up State Street.
Shout out to B-Dubs.
Yeah, B-Dubs coming back was big. I think a lot of small businesses are up and coming too and doing well. Top of my head, what is the good healthy habits?
Yeah,
healthy foods.
Yeah, and also heard there's a Buddy's good to go, something like that.
Yeah, Buddy's good to go. Yeah. I've heard is a really good restaurant. I haven't been there yet. I'm gonna check it out. I heard about it this week because of Dymonte. But there's the Clubhouse that's downtown. They're an up and coming restaurant.
College
bar.
Inn is my favorite.
College Inn
is a chicken wrap. It's
yeah,
fire.
I mean, there's a lot of great places in Alliance, and it's definitely developing. I think right now is extremely a time that Alliance is about to make a boom. I think, like I said, the Alliance Family YMCA, they're doing just phenomenal with the different programs that they're running. Habitat for Humanity is on to really special things in the upcoming years. And I think this is a perfect time for us to really use Dymonte's NFL platform to really put Alliance over the top.
What do you think the community needs the most?
I think one of the things that the community needs the most is something like our organization. And I'm not saying that in a cocky way or anything like that, but I'm saying a lot of people in Alliance, they know the problem and they know the situations, but a lot of people don't want to attack the problem. And one thing about Alex is going to find a problem, he's going to attack it. And I'm right there along with Alex, and our back's going to be against the wall, and people may disagree or they can't agree with some of the things we want to do and some of the things we say, but at the end of the day, we're not here to, we're here to get the opinion of people, but also at the same time, we're here to do what's better, not for just one individual or two individuals, but what's better for our community, what's better for the youth. And I think if we really got a Boys and Girls Club here in Alliance, and I think we get more kids that's successful. Right now we got a few people that made it out, and we got one friend that's from Marlington. He's on our nonprofit organization board. He's a doctor, and I think once we get more lawyers and doctors and singers and boxers and football players and baseball players, we got a kid who went to Marlington that's doing well at Ohio State. And I just think the more we get people to make it out, they will want to come back and give back to their community. So when you come back and give back to your community and you're putting money back into the community, we're helping it grow. So not only is State Street the main city and got the main street and have all the businesses, now we're working back towards, going out, if you're going to Ravenna and stuff. I think we need to get that side of the town to start blooming. I mean, I think one of the biggest, most popular things down there outside of the YMCA is Burger King. And I think we need more restaurants, because some of the people don't have rides to get all the way to State Street. They got to take the bus or something.
There's not even the grocery stores.
Yeah, the grocery store is closed.
Yeah,
so
there's
nothing.
They have to ride the bus to go to the Giant Eagle. It's 3 miles down the road,
And so I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. And I just think that we need to start putting business over there. And I feel once people make it out and they invest in money into a nonprofit organization, or they invest in money just giving back to Alliance any way they possibly can, I feel like we can make Alliance even bloom even more and really put us on the map. Bring money back into Alliance and get these businesses back. Because my dad used to work out at American Steel or Alliance Casting, and that job's been in and out multiple times. And I just think the reason why is because there's not people here. But if you get companies like that opening back up and coming back, I just feel like people's going to move into Alliance for jobs. And now we got more money coming in that we can reproduce back into our economy, I guess.
What's the energy like walking into the schools and talking to all those kids?
Dymonte brings the energy. When we go into the schools, Dymonte brings the energy. Everybody is just so excited. This guy is so excited. To be honest with you, just a quick little story. So we're doing this Bigger Than the Bully campaign, and Dymonte he's out of the town. He's in Denver or whatever. But we have to go to these schools and do this talk. So Dymonte, you're gonna be ready to talk about being bigger than a bully. Do you need any talking points or anything? Nah, I'm good. I'll be ready to go. Whatever. Like, all right, I was kind of worried, like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna be all right? So this is like the first time we're ever going to speak in front of the public and stuff. But we show up to the first school at 8 a.m. and Dymonte just went on for 35 minutes, and just every kid, I mean, we're talking about 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds were just glued to the floor, all ears, all eyes on Dymonte, because this guy just can bring the energy, and he just knows how to generate excitement from anybody and everybody. And then after that school, we did 4 more for all the rest of the day for another 7 hours. But
well, I was tired after that, but yeah, just bring excitement. I just love kids.
Yeah,
I just love making people better and helping people get better. And I think that's where I find my energy and my excitement. Is anytime I have the opportunity to help someone other than myself, I'm always down for it.
I mean, what kid doesn't get excited to see an NFL player? I mean, even if they don't know who Dymonte is at the beginning of the day, that's their favorite NFL player at the end of the day, for sure. I mean, even he came into my regular job at the Boys and Girls Club of Massillon during that time period too, and all those kids out there. I mean, Massillon, they have plenty of football players that have gone pro and stuff, but they're all like, who's this Dymonte Thomas guy? He's, okay, so what? He plays backup for the Broncos, whatever, But he comes in, everybody just loves him. He stays and plays around for about an hour or so, and then I can't get them to leave me alone about Dymonte for still to this day, So he definitely can bring the energy, and everybody loves him.
What kind of events do you guys have coming up in the future?
Right now we have our adult co-ed more than football kickball league going on.
Which, if you haven't joined, make sure you join next year. I just bought a speaker, and then we're gonna play some music, and we're gonna rock out while we play kickball.
It's been a lot of fun. We have 1 week under our belt so far. We've got a lot of positive feedback from all the players. There's 7 total teams. I think there's about 80 to 90 total participants playing. Hopefully, we can use this league to as the guinea pig league to see how we can develop a whole youth kickball league for next summer, just because we both feel that kickball is a sport that is just meant for fun. It doesn't create a lot of pressure for kids. There's no professional kickball league. So a lot of kids today face outside pressures in baseball, football, and basketball, whether it's from coaches, parents, about, you're the next Sammy Sosa, you're the next Dymonte Thomas, you have to do this, this, and this. Well, kickball, we're just going to roll the ball out and have fun. So hopefully we can develop that with the kickball league that's going on this summer. And then we also have the Hall of Fame tailgate on August 1st. That will be from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Stark County Fairgrounds. Our very own Dymonte Thomas and the Denver Broncos are playing in the Hall of Fame game, which is the 100th anniversary of the NFL season. So we lucked out to get our own Alliance Ohio guy playing in the Big Canton game.
Yeah.
Which one of you guys, between you two, who's the better kickball player?
It's
probably me.
Yeah, it's probably He's
By far.
a kickball player.
You can probably catch better than I can, though.
Yeah, probably, for sure.
Anything else I can beat it, though.
He'd play receiver if he had hands.
I just think that we're gonna continue to as people reach out, we're just gonna always continue to help, and whether it's talk to a school, or whether it's showing up to an event, or whether it's asking us to help raise awareness, or money or something, we're always gonna be willing to help.
Never stop. This won't never stop. Gotta get it for the block. Represent for the block. Represent for my moms. Represent for my pops. I ain't never had a lot. Now I'm headed to the top. Got some more fight.